Aya Elgalia, a most blessed Isilsúlimë to you all. On the Tolkien-based Elven spiritual path, as in many other lunar-centric spiritual traditions, the full moon observance spans the night before